Hey guys, let's talk about tonight's episode of Scandal. Seriously? So, Cyrus is gonna let a church blow up full of hundreds of people? I don't know about that. This episode was good, and there was a lot of moments where my jaw was on the ground. But I was still kind of like, really? Would Cyrus? I mean, I know Cyrus is reeling from the loss of James and he hates Sally Langston, but really, he wouldn't even tell her that or warn them that there's a bomb in the church? I don't know. I just don't know. Can I just say, I love Mellie? Oh my God. Drunk Mellie is the best. And the fact that she secretly went to the doctor and asked for a paternity test, knowing that that would get leaked out, is awesome because she wanted to make Fitz burn because she is just so over him, like most of us are. And she wanted the secret to come out, and she just didn't want to have to be the one to say it. So she ordered a paternity test. Leo found out. He got in touch with Rowan. Rowan told Olivia. Olivia went to Mellie, which led to this awesome scene of between the two of them. And she's obviously accusing Mellie of having one of or two of the kids by Andrew, obviously not realizing that it's big Jerry who is the father. And then Mellie, in a drunken fit, lets it slip that she doesn't want to be nailed to Jerry anymore, and she is ready for the secret to come out. And of course, Olivia is just like, and she says, "Don't say anything. You need to fix this. You owe me." And it's like these two women just going head to head like that was an awesome scene, and I loved it dearly because Mellie can do no wrong whenever she's in the scene. And watching Olivia, attacking her in the beginning, but then saying, "You don't make mistakes. You don't do things irrationally. Like obviously this was a plan. You did this on purpose, and why?" So great scene between the two of them. At the beginning of the episode, the jig is up between Olivia and Jake. He blurts out that, "Oh, you basically slept with me so that you can get the information about what has been going down," and Fitz is in the room. So of course, Fitz has to make it all about him and tell her that he doesn't want her with hooking up with Jake because it makes him crazy. I'm like, Fitz, you just can't have it both ways, okay? Which led to a couple of decent scenes between Olivia and Fitz on the phone, and then Olivia and Jake on the phone, and you know, I feel like Shonda is just like this, just up and down with Olivia and Fitz. And I was talking with one of my girlfriends from work, and we were discussing the fact that one of the main features in the beginning of the season of the show was Olivia and Fitz and the chemistry and the undeniable chemistry that they had together. Yes, we shouldn't have been rooting for this affair to be happening, but we were. And their relationship on screen was just so powerful. And over the years, so much drama has happened between the two of them, which is understandable, defiance and all the lying and the manipulating between the two of them, that it's gotten to them to such a dark place in their relationship. And it's just something that you can't root for these days, you know what I mean? And Fitz has just been mean lately. And so today's episode, he was a little bit nicer. Their conversation that they had on the phone, again, was a decent conversation, but it's one of those things where you just feel like you're on this annoying roller coaster ride with the two of them because they just go back and forth between nice Fitz, mean Fitz, nice Fitz, mean Fitz, and they just kind of keep arguing with one another over the same things, which is we all know that they love each other. We all know it, but they're just so toxic with each other that you can't root for them anymore, and that's unfortunate because like I've said before, like they're not the only thing that I enjoy on the show, but it was one of the main features that the show did really well in the first season and the second season. So right now we're at that point where I don't really care that much for Fitz, and he's a jerk 90% of the time. So it was nice to sort of see him a little bit less of a jerk in this episode. But does it make up for all the other times where he's just been despicable? Not so much. So, but we did have a nice conversation between him and Olivia on the phone. And again, we had a great conversation between Jake and Olivia on the phone where he basically tells her to admit that she felt something when they hooked up the other night. And she says, I love Fitz. I'm in love with Fitz, but I did feel something. And he's like, well, I guess that's a beginning. Like, that's the start of something. So, I think the show is still trying to leave hope for the fact that there could be a Jake and Olivia pairing. Obviously, being command is something that she doesn't want to have anything to do with. Obviously, we see how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs her father is, and in that scene between him and Dominic, where he's basically playing Russian roulette with him, and he kills him. I mean, I get it. He was Maya Pope, Mama Pope, her handler all those years ago. So she really was, or he really was the person that she loved. And yet she was willing to just let him die. And again, just goes to show you like how crazy this Maya Pope is. And the fact that Rowan has been waiting for this moment for so long to kill this man, and he actually does, was crazy. And I think that just went to prove what Jake was saying, that the second that Rowan gets what he wants, run, because you do not want to see the monster that he's going to turn into. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That scene was crazy. But again, that leads me to Maya or Mama Pope. And the only thing that I think and I get it because, originally they were supposed to have, I think, a 21 or 22 episode season, but they've had to cut a couple episodes short because Olivia, Kerry Washington, is pregnant in real life. So I get it. They've had to rush some storylines and they've had to speed up the process. And I think that has shown in sort of the lack of some of the character development or the plot development in some of these stories. So one of the things is like, we still don't really even know why Mama Pope wants to kill the president. Like, what is the deal with all of this? And I think we only have like 1 or 2 episodes left. So we're going to need to get to the nitty gritty here because to me, she's just, prancing around Washington, D.C. in a fierce coat. But I don't understand why. And, clearly she's not afraid of getting caught because she's walking up and down the street. She's walking into OPA like it's nobody's business. And we just don't really get a good sense as to why she's on this mission to kill the president. I like the misdirect that, they're all like, oh, thinking that the bomb was going to be at the church or the school in Defiance, but really it's at this church. Like, I kind of liked all that. But, what is the point of it all? Why is she so bent on killing the president? Like, what's this all about? So we're going to need some answers pronto. A couple good funny moments, with OPA in the opening scene when, they're all having their little jokes and it's like the president and Rowan and Jake and everybody in the office. And then you've got like the OPA bandits or gladiators all in the other room standing there next to Tom, the Secret Service guy. And, they're like, what's going on? Is that the president? Who's this? Who's that? And then all of a sudden Rowan prances in and it's just like, it's just hilarious to see them so on the outskirts, even though they're still all in the middle of this drama. Speaking of drama, the triangle that they have now created between Charlie, Huck, and Quinn is actually quite hilarious, and it's actually enjoyable to watch. Watching those two guys bicker back and forth, and actually, Quinn was kind of like badass in this episode, and she was just like, I don't care what the two of you want to do. You guys can go off in the corner and fist fight or do whatever it is. I'm gonna do me right now. So all that kind of stuff is kind of humorous. And they're playing it up kind of nicely on the show, and obviously all the acting is really good. However, the scene between Huck and Quinn in the parking lot, no, Shonda, no. And it was just so graphic and like so rough and like, oh, just, no. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it right now. No. Just stop the madness with that. Yeah, it's not working for me at all. And then of course we had Harrison, who wasn't really doing much. He's just sort of getting led by his tail by Adnan once again. And, that whole storyline is proving to be a little bit of a dud for Harrison. he's just not really getting to shine in these scenes, which is unfortunate because I thought, okay, great, we're getting some good juicy stuff with him, but really it's kind of like lather, rinse, repeat with that because it's either she's pushing him into bed and then he's fallen, victim to all the shenanigans, and he's just being led to look like an idiot. But it is what it is. So of course, like I said before, the episode ends with Cyrus just basically letting all these people walk into this church and not telling anybody about what is really going down. And Mama Pope looks like took a knife to Papa Pope. Olivia walks in. She's frantic. She's trying to save her dad's life. Mama Pope starts the bomb. 60 minutes to go. The countdown is on. Crazy. I don't know if I liked how that ended with Cyrus just being so nonchalant and smiling while he's walking down the halls of the White House, and then he walks into the Oval Office and he gets Fitz to read the eulogy that he was about to deliver, knowing that all these people could potentially die. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I did enjoy the episode, some good stuff. That moment when you find out that this girl that Fitz's son is dating and is about to have sex with is doing all of this to get into Harvard and he's gonna give the DNA to Leo. I was like, is this how this bomb is gonna get dropped? Because Sally Langston is all trying to rat out his business. I was like, oh my goodness. But Mellie, drunken Mellie is awesome. Okay, here is my only problem with Mellie's wardrobe. Lately, she's been wearing the same frock, different color, with the same little half cardigan over top. It's either blue or it's green, and today it's purple. No. Can we get Mellie a better wardrobe, please? Because it's killing me. Every single time I see her, I'm like, really? Why is she in the same dress, just different color? Put a stop to it, please. Whoever is on the wardrobe team, put a stop to it. All right, guys, let me know what you thought of tonight's episode of Scandal. I really think 2 episodes left, something like that. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.